I identify myself as an unfocused person because I've always had difficulty staying on a single subject matter. My mom used to complain that I couldn't study long enough because I had something burning under me. I had to get up and move around and do something else. So same thing applies to the approach that I take for science. I like to have lots of irons in the fire, but most importantly, I like to look for the unexpected rather than focus exclusively on the expected. Often what I will say to my students in order to try to teach them to focus less on something that is predictable is to encourage them to keep an eye out on something that may seem unimportant but could end up actually being some of the most important things that they discover during their studies. And I often tell people that the discovery of neural stem cells in the brain was another example of something that we had never predicted because we weren't studying it. We were actually looking for a result that we predicted, which didn't work. But in the meantime, there was an observation on the side that we thought was in fact a contamination of our study that turned out to be the first experiment that led to the discovery of neural stem cells, and more importantly, neural stem cells in the adult brain, which completely turned the scientific world on its head. And if we had focused only on what we were trying to do and not on some of the side experiments, we would have never discovered neural stem cells. Which is again the way I view that if something amazing and interesting comes across your desk, don't leave it alone. Jump on it, go hard. You never know what you might discover. My proudest moments have been watching my students graduate and move on to better things. I often tell the trainees that come to work in our lab or in our group that we don't expect them to discover something or cure something. We expect them to use this as an opportunity to learn and to grow. And if I get any great satisfaction is when they use the experience here to step up to that next opportunity, whether it's going from here to a postdoctoral opportunity, from there to running their own group, when they're publishing their own papers and I can watch this work, I feel as though I've helped grow knowledge in perhaps some of the most meaningful, sustainable way, which is why it's such a great privilege to work in a university because you can feel the pulse all the time.